House shares in the 1970s, scholars started asking, can women lead, which has now turned into, do men and women lead differently, and why are women underrepresented in leadership? In the US, women earn more college degrees and make up more than half of the labor force, but are underrepresented as CEOs and on boards. The term glass ceiling has been coined to describe the limitations women face in the workforce. The leadership labyrinth describes the barriers women face on their path to leadership. These barriers consist of three major differences, including human capital differences. Many women are still responsible for domestic duties at home, gender differences between men and women, they have different styles of leadership, and prejudice and discrimination against female leaders. These stereotypes hinder growth for women and can lead to biased judgment. According to Shanghai Daily, they emphasize the importance of companies adapting to gender diversity amongst international business leaders and noted that there are more women in senior leadership in China than men. As time has progressed, more women have been able to navigate the leadership labyrinth and companies have started to make more inclusive decisions, but there is still much more work to be done.
Ms. Gloria, and I will be sharing how gender and leadership add to leadership studies. The current research of 2023 shows top management teams consist of a group of executives in charge of organizing the firm's strategy. For an executive, this is the area where customer orientation is essential. In top management teams, resource allotment and strategic operations flow from here to the rest of the organization. Female influence on the organizations and top management teams allows the top management team more ability to exercise judgment to enforce decisions that affect the group strategically. Women on the board bring different beliefs, knowledge, experience, and value, orienting them in favor of corporate social performance. Changing lens, female leaders show leadership in terms of caring, bringing others together, and inspiring them. Women in top echelon positions, research shows females are good at ethically managing the continual activities in the firm.
Hello everyone. I will address the impact of gender and leadership in today's workforce and current global environment. The impact is important to understand because it can affect a business positively or negatively. According to CEO Rachel, women quit their job if their company don't meet their standard. That's also important to them. As a business owner, I see that business that prioritize gender equality seem to be more successful than those that do not. Organizations that prioritize gender equality in their current workforce and global context are more likely to make great business decisions. Everyone deserves an opportunity, and it should not be based on gender, because when women are given the opportunity to lead, there are many advantages. Research has demonstrated that female leaders are more productive, more collaborative, more dedicated to the organization, and more equitable. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Keon Petaway for Group 6, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the recent research on gender in leadership. In particular, the glass clip phenomenon has been described as a circumstance wherein women are hired into executive positions during times of crises. What this does is set them up for failure and also pushes them over what's called the invisible cliff. Companies use this inequitable strategy as a way to signal positive change, purport that their company is forward-looking, and to also improve their stock performance. But the glass cliff also impacts Black and Latino women in very distinct ways. In a study that examined some of the experiences of executive directors at nonprofits, women have noted that they have had some unreasonable expectations, that they also were second-guessed about their decisions, and then lastly, they took their failures as a personal shortcoming.
As we observe the relationship between gender and leadership theory, we must also look at criticisms. As women try to get into leadership roles, they face a lot of barriers, including gender stereotypes that women are too kind and nurturing to be assertive leaders, or that they lack the proper networks to get those open doors and opportunities to apply for leadership positions, and that they might not be able to maintain their family responsibilities and their work responsibilities, or that they lack the proper mentors in these leadership roles to guide them into the roles that they desire. But once women are in leadership positions, they must also face the criticism of ageism, that they're too young or too old for their role, elitism, that their education might not equal up to their male counterparts, or even sexism, that they're not acting ladylike, or that their opinion isn't valued simply because they are a woman. Women must also face discrimination against their sexual orientation, or even in different societies, that they just simply do not believe that women deserve to have roles that high up. So as we close, we want to reflect on a quote from Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a former U.S. Supreme Court Justice. She says, "As women achieve power, the barriers will fall." Thank you.